What the fuck did you think of that?
They're called The Last Duel.
The Last Duel. What up, Jobins? Episode 40. I just showed him a trailer for the movie The Last Duel. What'd you think, dude?
That was intense. That was really intense because I actually, and it's based on a true story, it said on the trailer.
Uh-huh.
And I'll have to look into I'm going to spoil it myself looking it up probably. Seeing the Wikipedia page.
Yeah. You probably shouldn't then. Hold back on it. You know it's based on a true story, so just wait. Why don't you wait, see the movie, save the movie, and then you can see what you've already know from the movie and compare it to what actually really happened in real life. Because there is going to be some things that are, Hollywood.
The internet, it's so hard not to just jump on the internet to find answers real quick.
100%.
But I'm going to do that. I'm going to hold back.
But, dude, didn't it look really good? Now, then again, I think trailers deserve Oscars sometimes when they make movies look so amazing and then the movie's shit. So, the trailer looked fucking awesome. Looked like Game of Thrones level type awesome shit. Matt Damon, Adam Driver. I don't know the girl actress who's playing the woman, but it's based on a true story. And so I looked up the synopsis, and she's accusing her husband of rape.
Wait, she's accusing her husband of rape?
Or maybe the other guy.
Because Adam Driver seemed like he was the bad guy. Or not the bad guy, but he's like, these accusations are false.
Yeah, okay. Then she probably accuses him. She accuses one of them of rape. Mm-hmm. And then they battle and shit. Yeah.
And Matt Damon's her husband, and he was like, I'm doing this to defend your honor. And she's like, you're doing this to defend your pride.
Yeah.
And it was like, oof.
And apparently it's the last duel to go down in America back in the day. That's why it's called The Last Duel.
Wait, that took place in America?
I think so.
Because it looked like medieval knights, dude.
Did it? Oh.
It looked really old.
Why was I thinking Northern America? I'm stoned.
Yeah, if you saw like the horses in the castle, and, like the setting,
true.
It seems a lot further back.
But weren't I guess?
And they were doing jousting.
Jousting. That's England.
I mean, I don't know if there was jousting in like North America
you don't think
at the beginning, but
probably not.
I mean, it brings back like Renaissance, like medieval times. So I think it's just a bit further back.
Damn.
And based in England.
Yeah. I'm stony baloney. But anyway, and then how about Ben Affleck being in it? When was the last time Matt Damon and Ben Affleck were in a movie together, though? Mm-hmm. That's pretty dope. They're best friends and everything.
And it's the first time that Matt Damon looks like more of the badass than Ben Affleck.
Yeah.
Because he has that scar on his face.
Yeah. Matt
trailer.
Damon has like a fucked up face, and he's got like a half shield. That looked cool.
That did look cool.
Yeah, the fighting looks cool. The cinematography looks cool. Yeah.
Even if that movie's bad, I could see them getting like an Academy Award for like set design and stuff like that, because the whole period piece is really cool looking.
Yeah. Look good though. Look good. But yeah, Jobins, guess what? We fucking did it. I did it. 10 kills. I got an Xbox.
Oh snap! An Xbox got you 10 kills.
Yeah, and the Xbox is the cool tower too. You know, I haven't really looked at I haven't looked at any of the new games for the new systems, so it's gonna be awesome. Caught up. I gotta make sure because I play on PlayStation, so yeah, I know. Well, dude, I always played Xbox. PlayStation 4 was my first ever PlayStation, so before that it was all Xbox. So I'm just going back to the OG. Mm-hmm. I'll just swap my shit back over. It'll take a little bit, and I'll be good to fucking go. But yeah, dude, thank you, Sugar Sean, for giving me the opportunity and a free Xbox. So. Yeah, it was it was rough though. It was a rough morning. I had a 7-kill game, and then it was a couple rough games, and then Sean. Oh, I think it was the game. Sean's like, all right, Schmidt, if you don't get 3, oh no, he said it. He goes, if you don't get 3 kills this game, I'm getting off, Schmidt. And then we dropped. We all died real quick. I fucked up, so he restarts it. I get my fucking 10. I dropped 11.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And we got the game. Because then, so the whole time, so Sean kept throwing shit. So we've been doing this. He's like, he posted on Instagram. He's like, finally, after 700 days, Schmitty. No, we've been doing this for not even a week yet. And because of our busy ass weekend, I only had 2 days. I had past 2 days. I didn't get the game with the boys.
100%.
Yeah.
We were busy.
Yeah. And the last day that I got the game, I dropped a 9 bomb. I was one fucking away. And I was so sad and devastated. because I fucked up at the end, and I was like, oh my god. So it's really cool of Sean. He did it out of nowhere. You know, he was just like, hey, Schmidt, if you get 10 kills, I'll get you an Xbox. I'm like, okay. And I didn't know how long he was going to do this. You know, eventually he was probably going to give up on me if I didn't do it, you know. But, yeah, I secured it. But as we kept playing, so when we got that 9 bomb, he even did it. He's like, oh, we got to get the dub, Schmidt. We got to get the dub. We have to get the dub in order for it to count. Well, he started doing that today. So at first it was like, oh, well, if I have more damage than you, Schmitty, and you got more kills than me, then that doesn't count. And then that didn't happen. And then he was like, if we don't get the dub, it doesn't count. Boom, we got the dub, right? Yeah. And then after we got the dub, the next game, I freaked out, right? I was running around in my room going crazy. I was freaking out on the mic. It was awesome. Sean was going crazy. Tom was going crazy. The Jobins in the chat were going crazy. So I'm freaking out. And the next game, I'm fucking shit. I can't even focus because I'm so like, I had 0. I didn't even shoot anybody. I had no damage, no kills. There was like 10 people left. There was 10 people left. I had nothing. And then Sean's like, if Schmitty doesn't get a kill, it doesn't count. Deal's off. It's in and they're like, him and Tommy are like, oh, it's in the contract. He's like, yeah, Schmidt, that's in the contract, blood. So if you don't get a kill, so I'm panicking for a little bit. I'm like, oh my god, I gotta get a kill, you know? I got it. And then boom, I secured the bag. And then there was something else he tried doing, but I'm like, but he was joking.
Sounds to me it's almost like the semi-pro scene where like Will Ferrell's like, we'll do $1 million half-court shot night, and they're like, dude, I don't think, and they're like, what's the chances of them getting that? And now it's like,
and it's a homeless guy, and he just shoots it and makes it.
Yeah.
He's like, we don't have that much money. Yeah. No, but yeah, dude, I felt bad. Like I took it, you know. I was like, "Oh, I'm so excited," but then I feel guilty because you know I'm kind of bad at receiving gifts. You know, I always have been. I don't know. I think it's because I'm such a piece of shit, and I can't give out shit like that. Like I wish I was rich, so that I could get like, you know what I mean? Do it back. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But I love it. I even told Sean, I'm like, Sean, you know, you don't have to do that, and he flipped me off, but it was funny.
Bro, it's an investment, man, because all it's going to do is provide you access to game more and be a better gamer, and then get more dubs.
The reason why I did it is because they hear how loud my PlayStation is while we're gaming, and he's like, Schmitty's PlayStation's about to fucking explode. I got to get him a new fucking Xbox. And then he just motivated me by making me get 10 kills.
It is loud.
So, thank you, Sean. You're a fucking legend. Everyone watching, if anyone ever says anything bad about Sean O'Malley, punch him right in the face for me. Punch him right in the face.
He's a G though, for sure.
Oh yeah. So I'm real excited about that. It was fun. Oh, and then guess what? Fucking one of our Jobins, fucking Blake. His name's Sonomon. I think I say his name wrong all the time. Mm-hmm. Sonoman. I think that's what some people
His
call him.
name's Blake.
Sonoman. I call him Sonomon. We game with him all the time, and I call him Sonomon. So I think he just accepts that I call him Sonomon. Yeah. But he's one of our Jobins. Guess what he did?
What?
He said in the chat that if I had gotten 10, he'd give me a headset of whatever I wanted. So yeah, dude. So he's hooking me up with a free headset.
And you can't even say his last name.
His gamer tag name. Dude, I'm horrible at reading gamer tag names. It'll take me like 2-3 times. I'm like, oh, yeah, that's it.
That's a cool, tight-knit group you got, though.
Oh, yeah, dude.
You guys do that.
Dude, Blake is an OG, dude. He's been a homie for a while with all the Jobins, and he's a really nice guy. We game with him with Timbo all the time. Yeah, he's a real... Thank you, dude. You're an OG. I'm excited for him. He sent me a picture of him. Like, oh, shit, those look awesome. So I'm going to have a badass headset with a badass new game system. Schmitty's hooked the fuck up. And it's so dope. I'm like, what the fuck? This is crazy. This is too good. You know what I mean? Yeah. Something bad's going to happen to me. I'm like, oh, God, what's going to happen?
You'll be fine.
Yeah. So, yeah, that was legendary. Legendary end to a busy weekend. Yeah.
100%. I'm surprised you got that done today, especially after all we've been through.
Oh, dude, honestly, I was fucking exhausted this morning. That's why as soon as you left, I went and got a coffee. And it honestly didn't even really help. For real. Oh, dude, as soon as you were out the door, I was out the door.
I took a nap.
Yeah. You took a nap? Yeah, dude, I haven't been to sleep yet. had my Uncle Jay's memorial this weekend. R.I.P. to the fucking legend.
Rest in peace.
Yeah. Wasn't that really cool, though? Because, you know, I dealt with a lot of death when I was young from my mom's side, you know? And funerals were just always sad. And then memorials were kind of just everyone go get food and eat and dip. Maybe as a kid, I didn't really understand and appreciate some of the things that were going on at the memorials, you know? But I was just real taken back by my uncles this time just because he had so many people there from so many different states, his job, all of our relatives. We had relatives, 3 of our relatives hadn't seen their brothers and sisters. They hadn't seen each other in 17 years, 15, 17 years. First time they'd all been together. So it was like, wow. It's like after he's gone, he's bringing all these freaking people together, and we're all having a great time, and we're celebrating. You know what I mean? There was a couple sad moments when my fucking cousin Carter gave that amazing speech. Like, that was sad, but that was cool, but it was like a celebration sad. It wasn't like this whole sad, like, oh, crying around shit. It was like a party. It was like he always would say, it was a celebration.
He would say that.
Yeah.
And like the whole thing, it's, man, I'm a sucker for like the teary like moments too. Carter killed it 100% with his speech. And it was just, and you're right, man, it was positive vibes, and like it was cool to see just even beyond family, like people that just knew him, and you were lucky enough to know him in life, that were coming there. Like I met Alan and Sydney, who like he had known Alan since high school, and they had done float trips. He had a float trip with him just like months before he had passed.
Yep.
And like you could tell that he's had an impact on a lot of people beyond.
And that meant so much to John. He was hurting so much on their last float trip, like it was like, does he even go type thing, and he went. So that's cool. See, I didn't get to talk to him. Everything happened so fast. I was setting up all weekend and for months helping my Aunt Rose. And then the event goes by like that.
Yeah.
It was crazy. It was really cool seeing you, too. You were cracking me up because you loosened up when you got a few beers in you. And then you were going around talking to people about, like, how you said to Uncle Jay. And my dad heard you talking to one of our something, like a friend or someone, for like 45 minutes. And you didn't know this guy. And you were talking to him for like 45 minutes about like banks and stocks and all that kind of stuff. And do you know his background?
Yeah, he's an engineer.
Yeah.
Or was an engineer. Yeah.
That dude probably made bank.
Jerry was an intelligent guy.
Yeah.
We talked for a minute.
Yeah. But that's what's cool about you, man. I love how you could just go up with random people and just talk to them about shit.
Yeah,
that's
well,
pretty
you
cool.
got to. Otherwise, like, there was moments where I was like standing there, like looking around, like, oh, I better figure out something.
Yeah, that's always awkward. That's always awkward at those situations.
But everybody was really cool, and you know, it was a great time and good to remember the legend that is Uncle Jay. Yeah, for sure.
And my Aunt Rose has this huge cater of food, and then right after there's an after party, and there's even more food. I'm trying to be on a diet, Aunt Rose.
I can't eat any more food.
Yeah. I didn't eat round 2. I was pretty proud of myself.
Yeah.
But then it was really cool, like, talking to Mike and Karen, and then seeing Nathan and Taylor and all them guys.
Yeah.
It's cool when, like, you have those cousins that you kind of grow up with, and you never hardly ever get to see, and then you're kind of shy around at the family. You're like, oh, shit. Do I talk to him? What do I say? You know. Oh, God, I'm just so nervous. That's how I get when I'm around, like, a whole bunch of people that I know but don't know. Because then it's all the same kind of questions. It's kind of like I don't know. There's just there's a shyness to me about it. And I wish I wasn't. Because once we all loosened up and had a couple drinks together, we had a great time. And it was cool, you know?
It was cool. And the best part, I remembered everything. Because last time, like you're saying, it's, like, hard to, like, talk to people that you know of but don't know their names.
Yeah.
And the whole time I was just like, because I got blackout drunk, I'll admit it, the last time we all hung out with them, and I was saying all these things, and we were all friendly, and then I can't even know their names. Like, I had to ask them, and I was just like kept apologizing, like, I'm sorry, I drink too much.
And now it's like, how could you forget their names?
100%.
Now it's like, damn. And then you're like, man, I wish we'd hang out more. I wish we'd see each other more. Well, I hate sometimes when you only see family at those certain events. When it's for funerals and shit, weddings, and then that's it. Because they're so... But we were all talking. That's just kind of like what time is, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Time goes.
Distance.
Yeah, things happen. Just keeps going. It goes so fast.
Have you ever thought, what if like your true like the people that you'd be best friends with are just separated by like continents, you know?
Ugh.
Like you never know, like it's so crazy
grow.
just distance and like knowing people, and we really know people just from where we're able to travel,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. I guess that's where it'd come down to like thank God for technology.
Yeah, to be able to connect and be
Yeah.
able to have the joke and be
Yeah.
able to talk.
Imagine
to
George
people.
Washington times where you had to fucking write a letter that hope God gets there. Someone's traveling to get it there. Fuck.
Dude.
How did people get shit done? Long time.
But that was great.
Yeah.
Eventful time.
Yeah, good seeing everyone catching up. It's always a good fucking time. I hope that when I die, because, you know, there's those sad funerals sometimes where maybe someone's outlived everyone, so it's kind of a small funeral. Not that many people are around. Or maybe it's just a small funeral in general because there's not that many people in the family. But I hope that when I die, I do something like that. I bring a whole bunch of people together and they all just have a fucking good-ass time. Because that's just really cool. And then the vase story again happened, which is kind of, it just makes me think. Because I know this is kind of like, oh, you're crazy, Schmidt. Some people could think that. Schmitty, you're fucking crazy. Or some people will be like, damn, yeah, I believe in that kind of shit too, maybe. But when my Uncle Jay passed away, he had a little intimate thing with my Aunt Rose. Because we talked about this in the pod, but I'll run through it again. She had bought an expensive pair of wine glasses. She bought like 6 of them. And throughout the years, he'd break them randomly, trying to clean them or putting them in the dishwasher. And she'd say, I don't clean them in the dishwasher. And he'd keep doing it. And he broke them all. So when it was close to him passing, and they would spend time talking at night, because they were alone together, and they would just, he wanted to make sure that she knew, like, he wanted her to be okay and shit. But he goes, yeah, if there's ever a broken glass anywhere, anytime, know it's me. And then sure enough, dude, we bought my Aunt Rose flowers, which my Uncle John and Aunt Rose, like, they're not about that kind of stuff, you know? They're like, oh, why'd you do that? Like, you know, they're silly about it. It's just kind of something silly. But sure enough, my mom buys flowers for everybody all the time. And they get delivered perfectly fine. And then we send these flowers to my Aunt Rose a few days after my Uncle John passes away. Sure enough, the fucking vase breaks. And my Aunt Rose went crazy. She's like, oh my God, that's him, you know? And it hit me, because when it first happened, we were just like, I wasn't thinking about it. I was like, oh, fuck. I want to get those flowers to her. Like, I really hope she gets those flowers. Wasn't even because I knew at the time that he had said that all to her. And so it didn't even hit me until later. I was like, oh, shit. And then I was just kind of fucked up for a little. I'm like, man, what the fuck is that about? Well, it fucking happened again, dude. She's had no glass breakings ever since. And then all of a sudden we get this memorial together, and someone broke her glass tear thing. And that freaked me. I was like, and again, I walked by Andy, and Andy's like, I didn't do it. I'm like, oh, neither did I. And I walked right by him, not even thinking a thing. You know what I mean? And then they brought it up later that night, and I was like, fuck, son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Is there fucking like energy? I don't know, energy or some shit.
Hey man, who's to say isn't
It
that
isn't,
way? You
right?
know? It's not. You can't prove that.
I know, but it's just got me thinking. It's got me thinking. But yeah.
He's such a good guy too to think about. Like maybe he even thought about, man, if something breaks and they can say this too to like take off from that, because he's such a good guy that I could even see him doing it just to
Make
like
him
if
feel
something
better.
breaks or something, it's like, man, if I can say this too to make that not as much of a something that they care about.
True.
Because he thinks about everybody else before himself, right?
Yeah. Very true. Oh, dude, how about that fucking lake concert? Wasn't that fun?
Yeah.
Imagine being able to live on a lake and they do something like that every Saturday night.
Lake of St. Louis, by
Yeah.
the way, right?
Boats are coming out, chilling. Boats are glowing, lights. There's free concert. There's people everywhere, wasted.
A lot of drunk people.
A lot of drunk people. What'd that fucking asshole say to you?
Dude, I was at the bar. Some asshole behind me is laughing with his buddy.
Mm-hmm.
Both shirts off, douchebags.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, "Is that guy even old enough to drink at the bar?" Laughing. I was like, I turned around. I was like, "Yeah, I am old enough."
You son of a bitch.
And then I was like, and then after that, I was like, okay, I gotta be better than this. There's no point to get pissed off at someone.
I'm not
being
gonna
a
kill
jackass.
everybody here.
But that shit happens all the time to me, man. That pisses me off.
Yeah.
But it's whatever.
But then again, remember how we talked about it's like a blessing and a curse? I kind of wish I always looked young. People say I look 40, dude. I've been told I look. I remember I went to one of my friend's little brother. It was like his graduation party.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, everyone thought I was like this old adult that was like supervising the party.
Yeah.
That hit hard.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I was like, oh fuck. That was like the first moment that I was like, oh my god. Damn. But you're lucky.
Yeah.
People are always gonna be like, give me your ID. Shit.
Yeah.
Give me some of that. Give me some of that.
Dude, it was a nightmare playing cornhole there. They had cornhole set up for the boxes, and you throw the bags in.
Uh-huh.
And it was like those people kept walking across.
Uh-huh.
I'm sorry. I'm like, you could walk around too. You don't have to say I'm sorry. You know what? Instead of apologizing, walk around so you're not
Yeah.
cutting the game.
Oh, it was pissing off Nate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I there was one guy who was just kept standing there, so I threw it over him.
Uh-huh.
And then everyone's looking at me like I'm the bad guy for this asshole standing in my way,
Yeah.
playing a game. I'm like, I'm gonna throw it over you then. Get the fuck out of my way.
Why? It was like, you ignorant fucks.
Yeah.
They were all wasted. They were stumbling around wasted.
Hey, I got drunk too, man. I'm not no jackass.
I know. You'd at least be like, oh, what are you guys playing?
Yeah. I'll be annoying at most.
Yeah. True. Good time, though.
What a good time.
Good fucking time. And then, you just recently made how much off that fucking NBA game?
Off the NBA Finals,
Yeah.
with the Bucks winning, I won 400 plus
That's
on that
pretty
payout.
good. That's a nice little
Well,
chunk of change.
200 profit.
Yeah. But here's the funny story. Tell them what happened. Tell them your funny little story, because I think it was pretty funny.
Okay, so it was Game 5, and I was like, it was still 2-2, tied 2-2. They were going back to the Suns, Milwaukee, and then Milwaukee was the underdogs, so they were the minus like 150 or whatever. Or wait, would it be plus one? God, I'm so terrible. See, this is how bad I am at betting. I don't even know numbers here. Plus 150.
Yeah.
And then so I put 200 on what I thought was the game.
Mm-hmm.
And if I would have won, if they won, I thought to myself, okay, I'm gonna get $200 back from my bet. But it was actually, I made the mistake. I did the whole series. So in order to get paid, I had to have the Bucks win the whole series. So my allegiance to the Suns immediately changed because I had money on it now.
And that night, as soon as the game ends, and he wins, he posts a picture on his Instagram. I just won. I think you put like what, $235.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, I just won $235. Thanks, Bucks. And then that's when I'm hanging out with Mo and them.
Yeah.
And Mo's like, did you see Brennan's Instagram? Like, yeah, how he won. Because I just saw I just read what you said. Oh, I won. I'm like, oh, cool, he won. You know? And he's like, he didn't win. I'm like, oh, why didn't he win? He's like, he bet that he has to win the whole championship. So I go back to look at it, and I read your ticket, and it said it right there.
Yeah.
I lost my shit. And then sure enough later, a couple minutes later, you posted, oh, I fucked up and I bet the final. Dude, it made my night. It made my night.
To be fair, Game 6 came around. Game 6 came around. I came back to that same racetrack that had FanDuel services, and I made my bets again. And I had Giannis winning Game 6 with 35 plus points to get a $262 payout. So that's how I got $400 back with a net total of like 200 back.
Oh.
Because
I didn't even know that part.
Yeah. So I still made $200 off of all my bets throughout the whole time.
Well, you did good.
But I
you
had to
did
go
good,
back.
kid. You did good. What if you had lost? Because it was funny because I was watching the game. I'm like, wow, the Suns are going to win this game. There's going to be another one. And then sure enough, the Bucks started coming back. And it was over.
Well, they lost the 4 in a row. I mean, yeah, the Suns
That
lost 4 in a
meme
row,
had me
man.
fucking dead. How many games did the Suns lose in a row? And it's that guy who punched the dude? 4. It was like, oh, fuck. damn, memes are brutal.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like bury your head down and hide. Yeah.
That was a good finals too, man. It was
Yeah.
close games. I was on
Yeah.
the edge of my seat with that. Oh,
Yeah. I'm a casual. Sorry, I'll admit it. With basketball,
dude.
but god damn it, it had me emotional at the end when he was talking about him and his teammate, and then I was like, oh damn, this guy, good for this guy, he deserves it. I was like, oh shit, and I only barely watched it.
It would have been a really emotional story for either team because they're both not like the biggest markets like LA or New York, you know. So I mean, he's stuck with Milwaukee his whole career.
It's
man.
good for the city. Remember when we went to Milwaukee? Felt like we were in the fucking 90s. Here we go.
Here we go.
Here we go. Because wasn't it like 50 years?
Oh my God, yeah. No, since like the 70s.
Oh,
with,
70s?
Kareem
Well,
Abdul-Jabbar.
that's
Yeah,
50s.
no, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. Time's flying.
Crazy.
Yeah. So yeah, good for you, Milwaukee. Catch up.
The Suns could use one too. They haven't won ever.
Yeah. Maybe they'll get some Walgreen electronical doors.
Their stadium's nice.
Yeah.
The Pfizer Stadium in Milwaukee. It's nice.
It was
We were there for
nice.
UFC fights.
Yeah, it was cool. That's probably it. Dude, it literally looked like St. Louis back when we were kids. It was like a teleport to the 90s. I was like, we're in the fucking 90s right now.
Yeah.
It just looks different.
True.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, we went and saw the movie Old.
Yes. That was good.
You liked it? What'd you give it? 1 out of 10.
I'd give it a 7.
A flat 7?
A flat 7.
That's
it's
a
not
rookie
great.
score.
It's not great.
One movie. Watch it one time.
I'd watch it again.
Everybody's seen it.
Oh, are you doing like a pizza review?
I tried. It was awful.
It'd be more like one scene.
Yeah.
Everybody knows the rules.
Oh, yeah. One scene. One line. Dude, I was a little disappointed. They didn't show anything half the time.
What do you mean?
Like, when the bodies were decaying and shit, they didn't show anything. Like, I don't know. It could have been a little more frightening. It wasn't very frightening. The trailer, again, this is where we're talking about trailers. The trailer shows that guy going, oh, and getting all fucked up. So you're like, oh, shit. I'm thinking in my head, you know, I'm not going to ruin it for anyone who hasn't seen it, what was going on in that moment. But when in the trailer, I'm like, oh, shit. These guys are going to get to a point where they're fucking suffering, you know. And I guess he went more with the realistic way.
I mean, it's not 100% science-based, you know.
100% towards especially at the end and shit. All this.
There's holes.
There's holes. But like with getting older, like what happens to us as we're getting older, and how if everyone gets affected differently as we get older.
It's a terrifying concept, man.
Yeah, it'd be, dude. I will give it to him. M. Night Shyamalan did a great job at making us fucking panic. Like, it was so stressful there for a little bit of part of the movie where you're just like, God, this would be fucking stressful. If you're dealing with everyone experiencing shit and starting to lose their shit on top of what was going on with the body, you would just be like, this is too much.
Yeah. And to your point, when you were saying, like, that you wish that they showed more, I like that they show less to allow the viewer to have their imagination run wild with that kind of things. Because then you can think about how nasty or how crazy whatever you're not seeing is.
That's true. You got a good point, but I think it just could have used a little bit more.
Okay.
A little bit more. I just want to get scared and freaked out.
Yeah. And I didn't like that there was a lack of a plot twist. Because when I do see M. Night Shyamalan movies, I know he can do his own thing and evolve.
Yeah.
But like his staples, great plot twists that get me.
It was similar to It was similar. It was similar to The Happening. I would put that next to The Happening.
Yeah.
Of his movies.
But even The Happening kind of had a plot twist.
It's better than The Happening. Oh, true.
Because you didn't know why it was happening.
Well, we didn't either until the
build
end.
up.
Same with.
You knew.
You didn't know that it was fucking minerals.
Well, you knew what was happening. And
I did that. I just did that.
And
just like The Happening. Air? The fucking trees? The trees are mad at us.
Yes.
The trees are fucking mad at us.
Yeah, but we didn't know that until like the
Oh,
end.
and guess how it ended? You remember how that fucking movie ended?
It happened again in another country.
Yeah. Oh God. Kill me.
Well, in the movie, you would die like that.
M. Night Shyamalan. Fuck. My two favorite. Well, my top three. I'm gonna go. It's easy. Sixth Sense. That's his golden child.
Mm-hmm.
Number 2, Signs. And then I'll give it to him. Number 3, that one with the kids and the grandparents. The House or whatever.
You're number 3, and you can't think of the title for the movie.
I think it's The House.
The Visit.
No. Oh, it is The Visit. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, that's your number 3.
Yeah, that's my number 3.
The
I
House.
can name my number 4 and 5.
Does-
Number 4, The Village. Number 5, Lady in the Water. What are yours?
It's gonna go. The number 1 will be Signs.
Uh,
No, number 1 is. I'm sorry. The number 1 is The
Sixth
Sixth
Sense.
Sense.
That movie still gives me a little bit of chill. Like, watch it by yourself in the dark.
Number 2 would be Signs for me. I do love that movie. And
And that movie's great. And that movie has great dialogue. Where the fuck's that at?
my number 3 is easy. It's The Last Airbender.
Oh, God.
Kidding.
That's probably what started all this downfall.
But my number 3 is The Village.
Over
And I only got a top 3 because I'm not gonna.
over Old?
Yeah.
Hmm.
I really
You
like.
gave Old a 7.
Yeah, I'd give a
So what's The Village?
7.5.
7.5 for The Village.
Yeah.
Okay.
Joaquin Phoenix should have been in all 3 of them. He
Yeah.
should have been in Sixth Sense too.
I really liked The Village up until the end. But again, God damn you, M. Night Shyamalan.
M. Night Shyamalan.
I know. Fucking M. Night Shyamalan fucking endings are just always kind of crazy. You either love them or you hate them, kid.
Mm-hmm.
So
I like The Village's ending too. I thought that was
Yeah.
cool.
the acting was good because that movie had you intrigued the whole time. You're just like, what the fuck is going on? What is this?
Yeah.
And that, again, that happens with Old. So I guess that's maybe the best thing about M. Night. Is he keeps you guessing and thinking the whole movie.
Sometimes he has really deep thoughts too that he like conveys with like
Mhm.
what people might say in his movies.
Mhm.
Like even that Mel Gibson spiel about like believers
I
and
love it.
non-believers. But there was some big moments like that too, even in Old. I felt like where they had like some real profound like deep things to say, the characters, about like what they learned about life
And themselves.
and
True.
themselves through their experiences.
Yeah. Yeah. But then again, dude, there were some dumbass parts.
Yeah, it's not a perfect movie.
There were some real dumbass parts.
I wouldn't go as harsh as real dumbass parts.
The chick part?
But it does make sense because of how time works.
Yeah.
There-
That was cool.
There's some time
Yeah.
things.
Yeah, some people might be upset that we ruined this movie for them a little bit.
There's not a plot twist. I
Yeah.
can't ruin anything that you see on a trailer.
True.
You watch the trailer for Old. That's the movie, guys.
Kind of, yeah. Got crazy at the end.
Yeah.
Got real crazy. Like some fucking Into the Woods, that horror film, where all of a sudden they're going through shit, and then there's this underground fucking laboratory with all this fucking bullshit. You love that movie.
You called
too.
it Into the Wood. It's Cabin in the Woods.
Cabins in the Woods.
Cabin in the Woods.
I'm sorry, I'm stoned.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Maybe The Visit really is your number 3 movie. 'Cause okay.
All right, boom. We missed UFC fights this weekend. Apparently not that good though. Mostly decisions.
Mhm.
And fucking Kyler Phillips lost, and some people, and it was fight of the night. So it was. We gotta go. I want to go back and rewatch them. Apparently he got robbed. Some people were saying he got robbed. Maybe it was a bad judges night because Corey Sandhagen beat TJ Dillashaw beat Corey Sandhagen, and all these pictures I'm seeing all these pictures of Corey landing these nasty knees to the face on TJ, and apparently he landed the harder shots and I think more shots. I'm not sure, but apparently TJ just controlled more. So it's like, damn, you know.
I mean, If you leave it to the judges, that's the risk you
That's
take.
the risk you take.
But there is bad judge night sometimes.
Yeah.
Like you might have got robbed, but you can't allow yourself to get robbed, I guess.
Macy Barber beat Miranda or Maverick. That's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
I kind of thought Maverick was going to get that.
Good for Macy.
Yeah, that's a good win for her to bounce back. Yeah. That Roxanne whooping was so great still, though. Just because I love Roxanne. And Macy was talking some mad shit. So I was like, humble her, girl. Humble that ass.
Who's TJ fight now, too? Is like, because, he
And
won.
he's calling for the title shot. And he's saying that he had multiple injuries before he went into the fight.
Who isn't saying that now?
I know. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
You don't think he was?
I'm not saying he wasn't, but I'm sure every single fighter goes into a
I'm sure it's
fight
really hard to
with
go into a fight
injuries.
100%.
Yeah.
It's got to be really hard.
Yeah, it's too bad gotta miss fights sometimes.
That's the first card we missed in a long. I can't remember the last card I missed.
Ooh, the last one I missed was the NBA Finals.
Yeah, no, was watching
Yeah.
because it was cool. I got to. The fights were over, or the game was over before the fights were over.
I still watched them.
You got to see the main
They
event.
were still playing
Yeah.
the UFC fights. I just wasn't paying as much attention to them as the game.
Yeah. Next weekend is Uriah Hall and Sean Strickland.
Mm-hmm.
I hope Uriah Hall knocks this motherfucker out. He was talking shit on Sean. Uriah Hall knocked this motherfucker out.
Uriah Hall's dangerous.
You know what he was talking shit on Sean about?
Mm.
6'9" tattoo. Because how Sean got the 6'9" tattoo. And I think his dumbass thinks that 6'9" gave him the whole tattoo, or even maybe it's just the fact that he got the 6'9" on it. But he goes on someone's fucking podcast or interview or some shit, and he's calling Sean a little bitch and saying all this bullshit because he got the tattoo. And then he's hanging out with these people.
They're not even in the same weight class, are they?
No, no, totally different.
Yeah, Uriah Hall's a bigger weight
But
class.
it's just like, you sound like you're jealous. Like, why aren't, like, do whatever you, like, why are you so up Sean's ass what he's doing? Do what you're doing. You jealous of who he's hanging with?
Yeah,
Everyone's got their opinion about 6'9". Sean, this whole thing definitely changed my opinion on him a little bit. There's the one fucked up thing, but I won't talk about it. I guess we shouldn't talk about it.
dude, 6ix9ine's got some banger music.
Right?
You know? At the end of the day, I separate the artist from their their personal life.
Like Kanye,
Like Kanye is a good example.
whose album didn't drop.
Yeah, the only person that is like a red herring or an example that like I can't separate is
Hitler?
is R. Kelly.
Oh, yeah, R. Kelly.
Which, God, I still like have R. Kelly music on my phone.
Space
but-
Jam. Space Jam's an amazing movie. You're going to take I Believe I Can Fly out of Space Jam?
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah,
Get the fuck out of here. Don't you touch my Space Jam.
that's a bad one though.
Yeah. By the way, that new Space Jam sucked ass. I can't believe you liked it. What the hell?
It's a basic story for kids and it works.
Yeah.
And it
was
teaches
so
good values.
extreme. Dude, I watched half of it, turned off the OG one. It's so much better. It's still a little corny. It's a kid movie, but it's still got, I was like, damn, I'm 28 years old. Space Jam's lit. New Space Jam with LeBron, throw it in the trash. Let's not talk about it. You know, like, ow.
The original Space Jam soundtrack, better too. Like you said, it starts with R. Kelly's I Believe I Can Fly.
Yeah.
You got fucking
Yeah.
Welcome to the Space Jam.
And it's like the same damn movie almost, but it's not because of I don't know. I thought the acting was horrible. I thought LeBron's acting was trash.
He's an athlete. He can just be LeBron James.
But he was funny in the other movie I liked. It's like, what the fuck?
He wasn't supposed to be funny in this one.
Dude, there was parts where he could have been funny. There's parts where he could have been worried. There was a part with his son getting fucked up, and he's just like, my son. Where's my son? Is that a pretty good LeBron?
It's terrible.
It was terrible?
It was
Son
terrible.
of a bitch.
That's why it was funny though.
Oh. Don't be talking about my son.
It's okay. It's not bad. It's better than what I would try.
I'm number 6 now. No, it's like shit. I don't know. I lost it. Gone. Gone with the wind. Yeah, no, it's over. But yeah.
Good. A for effort.
Yeah. Oh, boom. Last thing before we go. Last night you were cracking me up because you had some more shots when we got home,
Yeah.
and you were fucking into the movies that made us.
100%.
Yeah, that was cool. I finished it and you were out.
No, I was watching the whole thing.
I went to turn everything off. You were laying on the side like you were out.
Oh.
Cause dude, it was 3:30 in the morning and I had a busy 2 days. And you're in my chair just laughing your ass off. You're looking, and I'm like, all right, dude, let's lay down and watch this, And then so you're in my chair, you're just going crazy. And you're like, oh, and you kept looking over at me, and I'm just like, dude, we watched it for that was a fucking hour-long thing, almost, 48 minutes. We watched half of it, and I'm like, dude, I'm exhausted. And then you lay down, and then sure enough, then I felt bad. I was like, oh, fuck, I should just keep watching this with them. So I'm laying there watching it. And sure enough, you never said anything. And then so I
figured you wanted to go to bed because of how you were acting. So I was like, I'm not going to say anything.
I was so fucking tired.
I watched that whole thing.
You did?
Yeah.
I thought it was pretty cool.
It was cool.
Yeah. I learned a lot. It made me want to. Okay, so hold on. We're talking about the episode with Back to the Future. Because that's your favorite movie.
It's one of my favorite movies of all time.
That's 100%. Your favorite movie of all time.
I don't want to say it's my favorite. It's in my top 5, 100%.
For real?
And the whole trilogy's great.
We should. All right, let's watch them. Because I've never seen them.
You know so much about Back to the Future, and you haven't even seen the movie because of that whole documentary. There was a lot that I didn't know.
Yeah.
Like the dude from the movie Mask with Cher as his mom back in the 70s. He was going to be fucking Marty McFly.
Oh, yeah, and how that one scene they still think is him, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's kind of fucked.
Mind blown.
Yeah.
And then they had to recast the love interest, too.
Yeah.
Because it had to be someone shorter than Marty, who was Michael J. Fox.
That's weird.
And I think Michael J. Fox is only 5'5".
Yeah, why can't tall girls be with short guys?
I think it was, the director.
That's just kind of fucked.
And it is fucked.
That's fucked.
But it's interesting. It's interesting.
I did enjoy watching you have a good time watching it. It's a cool show. It is one of the movies that made us. I hope they do one on Lord of the Rings. That'd be cool. You think Back to the Future is better than Lord of the Rings?
Yeah. No, it's I do like it more than Lord of the Rings. I do.
Wow.
This is true.
Wow. Well, go check it out, Jobins. Go check it the fuck out.
100%. And check out Back to the Future if you haven't watched it. Like this silly guy here.
Yeah.
Silly man.
I don't know, man. I just never got into him.
Well, we'll watch them together. It'll be fun. And then we can talk about them. Hopefully you don't shit on them when we watch them. You're like, oh, they weren't very good.
I probably will. Especially the second and third one where they get crazy.
Yeah.
Cowboy Days, and what's the other one?
That's the third one is Cowboys. The second one, it's Back to the Future, and they go back and they go to the future first. Because he's like, Marty, it's your kids. It's your kids, Marty. And they have to go back, and then it's like, then they go back to the past again.
To do what?
To 1985, but old Biff got a sports almanac and did a bunch of gambling and stuff. The second one's...
What?
The first one's the best. It actually goes in order for me. First, second, third.
So should I just watch the first and just kind of forget about the other two?
No, I'll kill you if you do that. It's such a good. It's an overall good storyline, a story arc. It's better than Lord of the Rings story arc, and its conclusion to me is even more satisfying.
Than Lord of the Rings?
I'm really boosting this up, and I feel like I might have oversaid some things. But since I've said it on air, I'm gonna hold to what I just said. Yes, it has a better Back to the Future. I'm saying this on air has a better conclusion than Lord of the Rings, and it's more satisfying.
You don't believe it.
I do believe it.
No, you don't believe
100% believe it. I'm saying it now, stamped it. It's true.
False. I don't believe it.
Dude, Lord of the Rings trilogy was dumb. They could have just took the Eagles the whole time. They didn't have to walk. That whole
Gandalf told them, dude. He said, fly, you fools. What do you think? Do you think that's real? I think that's conspiracy.
What, that he said that? He really said that.
I know he said that, but is that what he meant? To take the Eagles and fly?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Fly, you fools.
That would be hilarious.
Take the fucking Eagles. And then I come back and I have no fucking clue who any of you are, and I can't tell you to take the Eagles.
It's
who knows? Only that fucking Gandalf. And guess what? He died.
You know what? There's gonna be someone who really watches Lord of the Rings.
And they're gonna be like, these fucking.
Well, the reason that they didn't take the eagles is obviously because the eagles would have gotten destroyed by the dragons.
If I want that voice character. If we have a cartoon show.
Yeah, that'd be my Lord of the Rings fan.
Dude, we need to make a heist movie. Okay.
Okay.
Sean O'Malley, 6ix9ine. Those are the two wild cards of this SWAT group, right? Oh, dude, let me see if I can remember it. I can't fucking remember it off the top of my head. I think I wrote it down in my room, but I came up with a sick heist movie. Fuck, what was it?
I love heist movies.
Yeah, because I thought, oh well, it has to be short. You know what I mean? Like just write like a 15-page short little heist, or like if like someone liked it, it can get added. Shit can get added onto it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I had it just followed around the bad guys. Oh, here we go. It's coming back. Wheels are turning. It's kind of like a heist revenge movie. Has it happened? Is there a heist revenge movie? The heist? No, the tower.
There is
With
heist
Ben
revenge.
Stiller.
You know what's another heist revenge movie?
What's a heist revenge movie?
Oh my God, the one with Mark Wahlberg and Edward Norton.
The
bad
Italian
guy.
Job?
The Italian Job.
The Italian Job.
Thank you.
Yeah.
The
Damn
Italian
it!
Job. That is a revenge heist movie because Edward Norton's with part of their team and he
Mhm.
betrays them, and then they gotta heist his ass.
That's what I kind of want to do.
That
Where-
movie, you can do better than Italian Job. We can kill it.
Yeah. And I wanted it to be like where you didn't know that it was really a revenge until the end, kind of.
Oh, see, that'd be different.
Yeah.
So it's like we don't know the motivation for the heist till
Yeah.
the very end.
And we're learning about these characters, and they're just fucking crazy. And then like 6ix9ine and Sean are like the kind of wildcats, you know, and they're like the first two dead. You know what I mean? Just because Sean's busy, he's a fighter, you know, and if we got him to do this, you know, it'd be just a couple days, you know, get his scenes in. But everyone would love his character. I don't know. I think it'd be funny.
Yeah, we'd have to get him to die in a cool way, like he's.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
You know, it's a cheap shot, or like someone shoots him from behind.
Yeah, like some Point Break type shit. I don't know. I butchered it kind of on this pod. I had it written down on some paper up the stairs. I'll show you. And I promise it sounds a lot better than what I'm saying right now.
Hey man, an action movie, I'm down for it. They
Yeah.
should do a Rush Hour type movie.
We'll
Get
do. Ready? Dave Bautista, The Rock. We need a funny guy.
Dave Bautista, The Rock. What kind of billing are you? Well, if you got those two guys, get Kevin Hart.
We get all right. So we pay for The Rock. We get Kevin Hart free.
We got to get rid of Dave Bautista. The Rock and Dave Bautista are the same guy. You can't just and The Rock's. You know, we all love The Rock more. I feel like so you can't have Dave Bautista there.
Wow, more than Dave.
100%, dude.
Damn, poor Dave. R.I.P. Dave.
Dave Bautista's killing it too. Poor
Not
Dave.
as much as The Rock.
The Rock is a national
He's not as cool as The
icon.
Rock. He's our next president of the United States.
We'll see.
We'll see. All right, Jobins. Episode 40. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching. Anything else you want to say real quick? Got nothing?
I just want to say thanks for everybody for watching. Episode 40. We got it. Let's get it. Let's
Repeat,
keep getting
echo,
it. Boom.
boom, boom.
Repeat
Boom.
echo. Well, you already summed it up so well.
Hells yeah. Bam.